Hey guys, we made it. It's the PRI show 2019. We are in the Ultimate Headers display here. It's the third day of the show. We've had an extreme amount of questions and positive feedback on the Skart. I'm super excited to finally show it off to people. All of our hard work, Clay and I put in a lot of hours on this thing, and super stoked to be able to show it off to such a big crowd. The show brings close to 50,000 people through, so 1,300 vendors. It's a pretty wild show. So a lot of racers, a lot of well-known racers and people in the auto industry. So it's really cool to be able to show off to those guys as well. So we got this project done in just maybe 6 months, maybe a little bit less. Got all kinds of hours into it though. We were working some late nights these last couple of months to try to make this show because Ultimate Headers had invited us to it when we were pretty deep into the build. So what we've got is a stock LS1 for now. Holly partnered up with us, and we've got their dual plenum Sniper EFI intake. It's fabricated aluminum, all fully TIG welded, with dual 90mm throttle bodies on it. They're drive-by-wire throttle bodies from the LS3, LS7. We've got their front drive system on here with an alternator and power steering pump. I used Phoenix Performance for the AN fittings and hoses on this build. You can see the Dash 16 AN hoses here for the cooling system. Ultimate Headers, obviously. We've got a pretty unique interior. The whole purpose of this build was just kind of to be unique. So we've got some Corbeau seats in here with 5-point harnesses. We're a dealer for them. We've got a fully custom aluminum dash. This dash was actually designed and laser cut, all from CAD. So it's very unique. It's all TIG welded and smoothed out. I did a lot of the TIG welding on it, and one of our guys, Vaughn, helped me kind of finish the TIG welding. I had to kind of brush up on my aluminum welding skills, so that all worked out. We've got the Holley 12.3-inch Pro Dash in there. That's all the gauges are housed in there, including like turn signal indicators and high beams. So it's a pretty neat piece. So the entire floor pan is bead rolled steel. Just kind of a unique look, and we threw some SEM bed liner on it, just black bed liner for durability. So that looks really unique. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback from that too at the show. We used the Willwood brake and clutch pedal assemblies and master cylinders. I've got a custom designed gas pedal that Clay had come up with, and the pad is a completely billet machined piece, and it says Schwartz on the side, but and then we sent it over to Bear Brakes to have them powder coated the same color as the brakes, the transparent red, so along with the master cylinder. Silver Sport Transmissions helped us out getting a T56 Magnum from Tremec Performance in this thing, along with their short shifter and hydraulic throwout bearing. So that's going to just rip around the autocross course and the street, which we definitely plan on doing. A couple of other unique things. We've got a Lexan windshield here from Pro Glass, and then just above it we've got a Bright Earth light bar. It's a 50-inch LED light bar. Sucker's pretty bright, so we get people's attention, and again, just everything on this build is a why not situation, so we got that. Moving on to the back, we've got a new product for us. It's a new independent rear suspension that we came up with. So it uses a Curry 9-inch housing. We've got the Curry aluminum third member in there with it as well. It's a 5-link rear suspension, so each side has 5 links plus the coilover. The whole basis of this build was based on our G-Machine chassis. So it's a GM A-body Chevelle Skylark GTO chassis that we took about 29 inches out of the center of it to change the wheelbase. So it's It's pretty short, yeah. It's like you threw a go-kart into Photoshop and expanded it to something bigger, and that's what we ended up with here. So bare brakes, we've got their 14-inch 6-piston brake kit front and back on this thing. Total overkill for the weight and the size of this, but that's what this entire car is overkill. So I was really excited to use their brakes. Went really well with the whole red and black and charcoal theme, going with their red calipers and red brake master cylinder. You do have Ride Tech coilovers on here. It's their single adjustable units, so it will ride really nice and handle pretty well on the track. Eventually, once we kind of get this car dialed in, I think we may end up with some triple adjustable shocks on there or something, so possibilities are endless, really. I mean, this is going to be kind of a test vehicle for a lot of our products as well as other vendor products. So I'm super excited to try out all kinds of new stuff on this thing and kind of have it as almost a R&D. We are going to be putting our independent rear suspension in our Tempest eventually and testing out on something with a little more power. So that'll be coming up before it's fully released to the public. So that's a first glimpse at that. We have not talked about that at all yet. So yeah, again, PRI 2019. I'm extremely excited to have everybody on board that helped us out and made this thing possible. RCV Performance with the drive shaft, bare brakes with their giant brakes, Silver Sport Transmissions, T56, Poly with all of their support on the Dominator ECU system and front drive and some engine accessories, including their oil pan. Forage Line Wheels with their SO3P 3-piece wheels. They're 18 by 11 front, 18 by 12 rear, with 315 tires up front, 335s in the back from BFG. So this thing will grip really well. Curry with the Ford 9-inch center section. It does have a True Track differential in there. Optima batteries and Flaming River for their steering column and steering shaft. So again, thanks to everybody who made this possible, including several of our employees, Clay, Noah, Sparky, and of course my dad for funding the project. So again, thank you, and hopefully the next videos that you see of this thing are cruising the street, tearing up some stuff.